All right. I'm just going to start sharing my thoughts because I am one who is often, I don't know if it's misunderstood, maybe just not understood. Who's at peace with death? Who doesn't cry? I do cry. It's not that there's a time and a place to shed such emotion, it's that I am here to be a part, not of death. This isn't about death right now. What this is about is comfort. It looks like I'm like struggling with her. Come here. I know, honey, come here. I just wanted to get you cozy. Come here. You just, let me explain though while I'm doing this and you see my hen doing this. She's already halfway out of her mind and I thought she was, gonna pass away several hours ago. There's another thing. We can't know. Let me just start rattling off. Do you want to have a seat? Let's have a seat. Okay. I don't know if this is Madge or Claire. This is Lady Claire. All right. Isn't that sad? I think in life, we learn what we learn and we think what we think. And if we don't ever have a chance to revisit such a moment in life to redefine the meaning of such life, then that's what we're going to remain having is all we remember. So if somebody's had a very awful and sad experience with death, of any life, a hamster or a grandmother or a sibling, parent, then that's, Okay, listen, Starla. I need to stop. I'm sorry. And yet I'm not going to stop. These are my raw, real moments, and I think I'm beyond sharing that I'm unscripted as a person, Natalie. Scripted? Listen, I had my auditioning debut and that didn't work out. I learned that I can only be Natalie. I can't be Marge, but be me as Marge? Like, I can't do it. I wasn't cut out to be an actress. And I wasn't cut out to follow all the rules of the universe. And yet I did follow those rules without even knowing it, without second guessing any of it, and without thinking, nothing. Until one day I, began to, whoa, you want to call it awaken? Sure. Awaken to life in greater ways. And I'm rambling. I've been around a lot of life that has transitioned to die. And that is years ago when I began sharing with life itself to anybody, really, death is but a breath. Death is but a final inhale and or exhale. It doesn't matter, eyes open or eyes closed. What matters is that heaven is really our greatest comfort. And this is what I'm trying to share with people, with my hens. I have 3 hens in here right now who've been inside. I've brought them in over the past 2 weeks, knowing because I'm their good shepherdess. It's not about me being the good shepherdess. I'm their good shepherdess, and I know my flock. And I noticed these 3 ladies were beginning to show signs of natural, end of life. And so I began to bring them in because it's really cold here in central North Carolina. And death being but a breath itself is a journey. The dying days come before the death, yes? And the dying days, beyond they're meant to be the most beautiful, our life is meant to be most beautiful. And yet it is what it is, according to heaven and each of us, how our lives are and how they turn out. I'm most grateful to feel and be aware in my own ways that heaven has definitely gifted me, Natalie, to become the Good Shepherdess, and to along my whole life ways have such beyond hindsight at this point, more so very beautiful soul captured visions without sight within my own being of all the moments I've been with life as it transitions to heaven, human and animal. This is Lady Claire. I had to make sure. Heaven does remind us of a lot of things every day, yet most of us are like, do what? Oh, I forgot to pray to God today. Like, there are people like me who, well, you can say I was born this way. I was born this way to love God. You could say many things. I do know that along my ways, it is heaven that has made sure I'm aware today that death is as important as life itself. What do you think, Starla? Do you agree? We all do it in our own ways. I've, been present during many moments where I may not feel comfortable with what's going on, and yet everybody does have to respect such circumstances and boundaries and who that life is. These are my hens, my tribe, my flock. And so when a moment like this is happening, I am most grateful that something deep within me, my soul, really just kind of switches on to high gear, like a ship getting ready to make land shore. My soul is like, let's do this. And at that point, everything else, it's not that it doesn't matter, it's that everything else is immediately integrated into how it needs to go. What do I need to do today? What can wait? I'm here, yes, to hold my hen in a crocheted blanket that I picked up at Goodwill the other day for $1.99. I thought she was going to die 5 hours ago, today, right before I went to go get my nails done. And I was like, oh man, I'm going to come back in 2 hours. She's going to be gone. And she wasn't. I don't sit here and hold her all day long. And yet I continue to watch, and I'm ever present as a source of energy, if nothing else. Maybe not even words. These animals, all animals, that is what they live and survive by, is energy. They know when their good shepherdess is present. The hand that feeds them, the one who loves them. They hear my voice before I even enter. And my 3 lady hens are inside. All life deserves to be loved always, not just in dying days or days of death. And these ladies have been. So this is a beautiful moment because Lady Claire had a good life. And I can't see any other more peaceful way. Does she look like she's struggling? Look at me in my winter gear. I'm sitting in my barn dominium with a hen wrapped up. I gotta stop this.